Aloha and welcome to the I Am Here Now podcast. I'm starting to wrap up this road trip, this camping road trip that I've been doing along the Oregon coast. And I kind of just been doing some reflection just of some things I've realized about this solo road trip. I think when you're solo, you kind of are dealt with having to listen and hear the internal thoughts and stories that you're telling yourself. And what I've come to realize is that I tend to internally judge and criticize myself and my past a lot. Maybe you can relate to this, but I've noticed that I've kind of been telling myself things like I'm not capable of helping and serving others. Who would want to be with me? I don't have my life together. I'm lost. And, this could be said in many different ways, but ultimately, I've noticed that a lot of times the judgments I have, the stories I tell myself, dial into phrases and stories like this. And because of this, I can get into a state where nothing I do is enough. And it's a dark place to be if you've ever been there. Recently, I've read this book, The Inner Game of Tennis by W. Timothy Galloway. And there's this one quote that was in there that talks about this internal judgment and dialogue that a lot of us have with internally with each other. And he's kind of equating this to like planting a rose. And what a rose really is throughout its stages. So the quote says, "When we plant a rose seed in the earth, we notice that it is small, but we do not criticize it as rootless and stemless. We treat it as a seed, giving it water and nourishment required of a seed. When it first shoots up out of the earth, we don't condemn it as immature and underdeveloped, nor do we criticize the buds for not being open when they appear. We stand in wonder of the process taking place and give the plant the care it needs at each stage of its development. The rose is a rose from the time it is a seed to the time it dies. Within it, at all times, it contains its whole potential. It seems to be constantly in the process of change, yet at each state, at each moment, it is perfectly all right as it is." And ultimately, this brought me back to the way I talk to myself so often. You know, what I tend to forget is that life is a culmination of different stages in our lives. It's a process, you know. I think a lot of times for me, maybe for you, we want to be showing our petals, we want to be flowering, we want to be shining. But it's all in stages. And no matter what stage I'm in and you're in, we're still a rose. We could be at the seed stage where we're just getting started, starting anew. And even though nothing is showing, we still need to love and nourish and care for our seed. The same is said when we first sprout out of the earth. Even though it's still immature, not fully developed, we don't criticize it as such. We just see it for what it is, the stage that it's in, and continue to love and nourish it. I know this is something that I'm having trouble with, and it's something I'm going to continue to work on. But I think this is something that I need to work on, to not judge and try to change a stage because it's not what I want. because this is like judging a rose because it's not flowering. And I think what I really want to say too is that there will be a time for flowering, even though the time isn't right now. But for right now, just keep on watering, nourishing, and loving the inner rose that is you. You too are a rose, no matter what stage you're in. And I know you want to see your petals shine. But for right now, it's okay to be where you are. In the same way, a rose is perfect as it is, in whatever stage it is in, so are you. So for now, find the joy, find the peace, find the love, the nourishment, right here, right now. Aloha, everybody. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. And per usual, stay grounded, stay present, and stay here now.